Internet!
I am excited. Why am I excited? Because the website I use every once in a while to enter remix competitions actually got in touch with famous artists or producers such as the Chainsmokers, and I got a opportunity to remix one of their songs. And I'm going to show you the inner workings of my remix to this song. The song is called Takeaway. It's a great song on its own. I love it. But I'm really vibing this version. I can't show you everything. Obviously, I can't let the lyrics out because, well, copyright. So we're just going to show you the beat behind it. If you want to check out the song, check the link. They have it on their website. You can listen to it there along with all the other people that have remade this song. Yeah, just go give it a listen. It's good. I like it. So let's get started. Let's show you what this whole thing's about. So there are a couple different patterns. We have regular drum pattern 3, and drum pattern 2. Very simple, very clean. Let's just play the drums for a quick second. Kind of like groovy. There's some swing added to everything in the song, so it's not, I don't know. We'll just copy it. This is how it sounds without the swing. You can't really tell unless you're really paying attention, but it adds a little bit more like hesitation and groove to it. It's way more noticeable on the next set of drums, which are over here. This is the main, I don't know, chorus drums. Let's listen to these. There's a lot going on there, a whole lot. You got 2 different kicks, we've got some snares, we got some hi-hats. If we actually go in and look at everything, they're not even on the same notes. So I believe like the snares and stuff are, okay, so there's like a tong, which is like, yeah, it's just like, it's like barbecue tongs hitting something, I don't know. They're just on different, they make different sounds. And then this, our hat, you have these ones at the end, it's like, it adds to the flavor of the beat. I don't know, it's cool. I like it a lot. The only thing that's different between that and this one, if we bring this back up, is there's this little crash at the beginning. And that's just so when it pauses here, it adds to the effect of starting over and making the beat groove again. And then there's also a little reverse. So if we just play these 2 things together, boom, boom. So that's simple. That's that. This shouldn't be on there. Whatever. Can move that to a different thing later. So I'm real tempted to show off some of the effects of the vocals. First off, I think we'll be fine with this. I reversed the beginning of the song and added some reverb to it, so it just builds up into the start of the song before any lyrics actually get played. But it just like grows into the beginning. And you'll hear it if you listen to the song. It's just, yeah, you can compare it to the original and just see. And then also, in this portion right here, we will turn these on. it pans left and right, and there's a delay, so it'll go left and right.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
You hear it? Same thing for this, only they go opposite.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
So when it gets to that point of the song, they go one on each side and then switch. And that's not the only place that happens. That also happens. I have a delay right here on just the bottom vocal. There's two people, obviously, a girl and a guy. But it happens again here later on. And it adds flavor to it, and you don't expect it. It's very subtle, very subtle. Also, in the original song, this little part right here is like a build-up. I just took that and reversed it, so it goes down and up. So at the same time, it's the same but different a little bit. I'm not sure. So now you know the drums and just the little vocal tricks that we start off with. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, the actual music part. Yeah, music. Let's start with just the... You know what? Actually, let's start with the bass, because the bass is where everything started. So, needed to find some decent chord progressions, and I just came up with this bass line. So that repeats throughout the beginning verse. And then when it gets to here, it changes up a little bit. So it just goes down. And then when you get into the actual chorus of it, it's the same as the beginning, except there's a beat to it and a whole bunch of other flavor. The funny thing is, I made this part first, and then I made the rest of it. This was the first thing I made in the song, was this bass. And then at the end of that, there's a different, it's still kind of the same rhythm, but a little different. So you still have the bass grooving and moving and pushing you and feeling it. And if you notice, there's no sub bass on any of those parts. It's just that one bass, and it seems to do the job because it kind of is a sub bass. And if we look at the mixer track for that bass, we got a whole bunch of distortion on it. It's distorted twice to give it some growl. Otherwise, it sounds like this. Yeah, I like the growl. Sounds neat. So let's get into the actual chords, not chords, this isn't a chord, but like the melody part of the verse. And this thing I stumbled upon on, I didn't even know, like, I was trying to find it for a lead, I think, and I heard it and I was like, that would work great. And I believe there's a lot of effects on it. Yeah, whole lot of effects. But let's just take a listen to it. So it's very quiet and very raw, which is the name of it, raw, because I named it raw. But it's, I don't even know how to describe that sound. And then yeah. So let's take a look at all the effects. So there's distorted, there's a filter on it, there's some EQ, there's a stereo shaper so it sounds like it's everywhere. But then at the same time, there is it's a thing called pancake, but it pans it from the left to the right for different parts. So it's like floating back and forth throughout the entire thing, like left, right, And it really makes you feel like it's everywhere. And you probably won't even notice it in the song until you are told it's there like that. It just flows. And then we have the main attraction, which there really isn't a whole lot to this part. It's just very simple. Chords and some notes. 3 instruments, that's it. That's all you need. But this instrument, the glass, there's no effects on it even. Yeah, it's just I love that sound. Another one that I was just trying to find something and it worked. It worked beautifully. Later on it gets a little bit faster. Not faster, it's just got more of a rhythm. And it's building into the chorus. And then later on it just repeats same stuff again. So that is basically the beginning. Let's turn on those 3 together and then the drums so you can hear how this all starts. And then with the drums. And then later on. Boom! All right, so let's go back to the just the bass here. We have some other things down below called Fat Cheese and Nasty, and all these they play the same chord progression, but it's just 2 little plucks here and there in between the spaces of the bass. So and then Nasty together. And then there's also a sub bass, which I don't even know if we're gonna be able to hear. It's just so if you're listening to it on something with a good bass, you just feel it more. So all together, that sounds like this. And even that little bit just gets me pumped. I could have left this and I would have been happy, honestly. It's just so much fun. So you add the drums into that. Yeah, you can feel the groove already. I love it. So then we have some saws on top. And some keys. And together. And I believe these are both, yeah, the keys are panned around a little bit and the other one just has some stereo shape around it, so it kind of makes it wider feeling. And then down below we have this lead, which I just called lead. I don't even know. Funny story about that. I came back after like working on this for a day and then I just went off and did something. I don't remember what I did. But I came back like the next day and I played the song and I got to that point and my mind literally thought up this melody as it played. I was just like do 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 do. And I was like, yo, I gotta put this in somewhere. So I just added it like that. So that's the one. And then after the little pause, there's a second one that comes in with a different sound. Just to add more energy to it and make it just stand out a little bit more. So all together, let's just play it from this one so you can also hear the break, because there's going to be like a little pause in between. We'll add the cymbals, everything. All the bits and pieces we need to add. I think that's everything without vocals. It's just so groovy. It's not, the original song is not groovy like that. It's a beautiful song, but it's not groovy. All right, let's get to some of the fun stuff here. So we have just some effects. This. Just a little riser, white noise. This, I believe, is just a cymbal. Might actually be the same symbol as this one, just different effects. And then in here we have a whole bunch of stuff. So we have this first one, which is kind of like a future-ish, I don't even know, it says future on it, but it sounds like a future sound, whatever. And there's this weird thing. I honestly don't know what that's supposed to be, but it just sounds cool, so I left it. And then we have a little bit more of a weird noise. You gotta add weird stuff because it stands out and it makes it sound cool. And then this white noise is the same as this, just longer. And then it's reversed, so it goes in and out. Just to keep it flowing and moving and grooving and everyone's happy. Yeah. It just, you don't think about it until you're listening to it. Sounds good though. And then I believe the last part we have are these vocal chops, which, all right, this was a mess. I like it though. So it's very reverby and in the background sounding, which is exactly what I wanted for this part. Now, I kind of stumbled upon this. I used gross beat and I gave the half speed, so it makes it slower, which is the whole point of that. But if I take these effects off, just listen to it. It's the same beat as the lead, or same rhythm, melody. It sounds like you're in a choir that's muffled and they're just going really slow. But in the grand scheme of everything here, so this and the drums, where you at, drums? No drums actually, so for the beginning. So yeah, it just keeps the song going, but it's not over the top, and you can still feel the rhythm and like groove with it, which is the whole point of it. And that is pretty much it for this song. There's not a ton of different parts. Like even this part right here is similar. The only difference is it's using the this chord progression and the vocals instead of this chord progression and the bass. But it's still the same. And then I just threw it in again towards the end, so you have like everything flowing at once right before it ends. And you just feel it, and then it's just done. So yeah, if you want to listen to the whole song with the vocals, because honestly the vocals make this so much better. But it's fun to listen to without the vocals too. So yeah, go give it a listen. We're going to play it for you right now-ish without the vocals. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.